energy. March is running away before we've started. Really intense energies at the moment. And so I've been wanting to come and do a reading for March in terms of the way forward with the Healing Insight cards. It's been quite an extraordinary month. There's lots dropping in, there's lots of awakening, lots of really high frequency energies. When this happens, it really stirs up that which is unresolved, that which is coming to the surface to be healed. And so very inward personal journey, but that inward personal journey really affects our collective energy. So with this huge shift, huge transitions, there's so much I want to share, but I'm going to keep this steady with just messages. So let's see what the cards have got for us. Got dropping in now equinox energy. So we're looking towards the 20th of March, and we've got solar plexus card, autonomy. So I'm going to read this and speak to this card for a moment. So this, I'm going to pull 3 cards. So this is our first card that will be representative for us in terms of a strategy to cope with. So knowing that we're going to be working with these energies at this time. So autonomy. I move beyond the limits that my ancestors, society, and I have unconsciously placed upon me. I am free. I recognize myself as an autonomous being of infinite possibility and potential. I'm free to shine my light and strengthen my ego as I discover my potential. I am a limitless being. So I'm going to speak to that. This triggers quite a lot of people. So if this is you're wondering what that's about, let's have a little look into that. So first, I move beyond the limits that my ancestors, society, and I've unconsciously placed upon me. I am free. We've got a new trajectory as I'm seeing it. It's almost like we've got this 2-world split between the new earth, which is here in existence. I've seen it, I felt it, I've been there, I birthed it. Beautiful, beautiful frequency, and we're walking through that valley together now into new earth. So we're laying those foundations, we're feeling it under our feet. It's tangible at times, and we're moving away from the old system that's crumbling. The issue is this: allowing autonomy, allowing ourselves to let go of attachment to that which is dissolving, which is, it's almost kind of imploding in on itself, destroying itself. So if we can walk and feel our feet, feel the sensation of the new earth, this new energy, there's so much light here. So this is going to transmit now. So tapping into this as it's coming through. So if you want to just drop in and connect through the heart space, I'm just going to share with you, it's all lighting up. This new earth frequency, this new earth energy. Because it's there for us to align with, to come into alignment with, to sense or to feel. So okay, I'm going to try to hold this and speak. So speaking to the bit that can often trigger people in terms of the ego and strengthening our ego. So the ego is like our spacesuit that has enabled us to walk in this old matrix, in this old 3rd dimensional reality. So we need the ego. So we do experience this kind of death of the ego, if you like, as we come into our awakening, as we come into our accessing the being, the recognition and the knowing that we are spiritual being in the physical body, and we become less attached to the personality. So there's a sense of the becoming nothing, becoming nobody, that is part of this spiritual journey to the I am, as in I am an individuated aspect of source, expressing my unique part of source consciousness. But the identity that we've had that exists within the matrix, within the 3D system, goes through a dissolution, goes through a dissolving process, because that's not who we are. That's how we come to identify with ourselves as an individual. So there's a movement there, but we still need the spacesuit. So the reality is shifting, but we live in a matrix. We're still going to exist in a collective field of consciousness. So it's just that it's shifting. So when our egos are strengthened, they're not fractured, they're balanced, they're healthy. This is what I'm speaking to here. We need a sense of I am, but a sense of I am is connected to our I am presence. I hope that's helpful. It's not about becoming nobody. We're supposed to be individual aspects of source, of the whole. We don't need to be like anybody else. We've all got our own unique gifts, and it's each of us, when we shine beautifully, that create this white light, that create this whole. So your energy is adding to that collective field, that collective consciousness. It's not something we can separate from, but you do your inner work, and that lights up that part of the collective. And of course, your energy, when holding high frequency, radiates out, and it emits light frequency. We are beings of light. We hold light, and this process is really about embodying as we become autonomous beings. So it's kind of reminding me of this divine sovereignty. As we become divine sovereign beings, take full ownership and responsibility for our souls. We hold on to our souls, not in an attached way, but just that we embody this is our vehicle through which we get to experience life. We come to realize that we are limitless, that we are part of the whole. We're part of this universe of infinite potential. So that's dropping in as a reminder. These March energies, this is a journey we're going through. It is an incredibly difficult journey. I've helped many, many people move through this process. When they start tapping into, this feels familiar, the who am I? What's the point of me being here? And this moves from the kind of life purpose to the soul purpose, the soul mission. And that's a deeper, heartfelt resonance and knowing of how your soul wants to express. I'll let you sit with that. Okay, next card. What else do we need to know through March? Okay, so this is coming up now towards the end of March. So I'm getting around the 24th, 25th. We've got a compassion card coming in. I've also got quite a few energies of anxiety. Okay, so I don't know what's coming on around the 24th of March, 24th, 25th, 26th of March. I've got the energy of compassion coming in. So this compassion is an antidote to most difficulties or frequencies. It is not for us to attach to other people's journey, stories, or suffering. However, we can have compassion for, and compassion is the energy that enables us to be around anything that is difficult. When we bring compassion, when we bring love, kindness, thoughtfulness, honoring, gentleness. This is the heart chakra card. So we've got that lovely compassion in action here of Mother Mary with her baby, and this deer looking on. So there's a real tenderness, gentleness, of compassion. So how, question, 23rd, I've got a week, but 5 days here. How can we be compassion in action at that time? So I see all things through eyes of love in my heart. I find compassion and understanding for those who are struggling and misaligned with themselves, their higher wisdom and purpose. This is so important. It's been such an important part of this last journey for all of us who are choosing to buy into either the mainstream narrative or, are have seen and are moving into that divine sovereignty and seeing through eyes of a higher expression, a higher divinity. We must have compassion on both sides, because we really are living different realities to what we know is true, to what we believe is true, to what we think is true, to what we feel is untrue. It's so complex, and yet if we can acknowledge that we are currently part of the same consciousness, the same collective consciousness, and the same field, that we're impacting ourselves and each other through our vibration and frequency, and we can have compassion for each other, we start to dissolve these issues of separation. And this is so important at this time, because we're moving into unity consciousness. We have this ability, we have this energy and this frequency here now that's available to us if we choose, if we align, choose love, choose love, choose love, to step into unity consciousness, to recognizing that we're all one in terms of these individuated aspects of source consciousness. So this is speaking to compassion versus judgment. So judgment will create separation. We'll label. As soon as we put labels to things, we create separation. If we look for the understanding, then we can start to unify, and we can start to hold everybody in this energy, in this love and compassion. I'm kind and compassionate with myself and others, and forgive myself for my judgments. So where we judge, because sometimes we do, forgive yourself and move on. Forgive myself for my judgment. Just throw a net of forgiveness around those judgments, bring them back, take responsibility, take ownership with the energy we're putting out in the world, and forgive yourself. This is just in a work on compassion for self, actually, as well. Yeah. So be kind to yourself. We're moving through massive shifts like I don't think we've ever seen before on the planet. Now in this month of March, things that I've seen. Yeah, okay. So that harmony card, it's popping out to me and dropping them all up. Something about harmony and balance. We're going to be bringing things into harmony and balance. Or that is maybe if that's an intention, a good intention that we can set through the month of March, that things are going to be thrown up and things are going to be, if we can intend harmony, pretend things come into balance, and that's going to be super helpful for the collective journey. Okay, so this one, protection, interesting. Okay, this is a really great card. Protection. So we've got Amitabha Buddha there, the Peacock King. In his land, the peacock has the ability to transmute the poisons of the snake, the poisons of the ego mind, through mythology, and turn them into these beautiful iridescent colors. And we've also got the eagle there, rising above, so the eagle's eye perspective. But this protection card in particular speaks to releasing the need for armor and protection. So it's allowing the softening. So I'm going to just read this card out and let this just drop into your body and feel it. I release the need for armor and protection as I recognize that I am always guided and safe. The more I let go of fear and mistrust, the more protected I feel. It's safe for me to choose love and possibility over fear and hopelessness. I trust in my light, the divine light, and the wisdom that ensues from the alchemy of spirit and matter. All is perfect just as it is. Our light is our protection. And so when we feel or are under attack, lighting up from the inside, tapping into the divine unique spark that you are in your heart, and seeing and breathing, feeling into it and allowing it to light up is your shield of protection. So the more we tune into that, the more we tune into and connect with the frequency of right in the core of the earth. There's a 12th dimensional silver white light in the core of the earth. It almost acts like a shield, and drawing this silver light energy up into your heart space, connecting to source and the golden light of source. And bringing that in, we've got this beautiful alchemy of heaven on earth and expanding that out. That's your protection. Mantra: I am the protection. I am the protection. I am the protection. Protection's an interesting one because when we speak to it, sometimes it feels as if we therefore need to protect. We're priming the subconscious mind that I need to protect myself from something that is dangerous. So this is a reminder that the light is the protection. It is the freedom. It's the divine sovereignty. It's you being in your own slipstream that becomes invisible if needed, impenetrable if needed, that is impervious to evil. So just bringing that in, I'm going to draw a conclusion outcome for March. We got the forgiveness dropping in again. So we're going to have to go collectively, what big goosebumps. Collectively, we're going to have to go through a process of forgiveness. So this may be the disclosure comes this month, and we see what's been done to us. We see the manipulations that we've been under, the mass lies, crimes against humanity. Can we come into forgiveness? Can we bring the energy of forgiveness in to help us to soften? What forgiveness does is it frees us from our own triggers of anger, injustice, the fight. While ever we're doing that, we're still putting energy into the old system. We're still feeding the old system and putting energy into the collapse. Whereas right now, the new is available to us, and we need to be creating that. We need to put our energy into creating it because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to need us. So can we forgive? Can we just bring in the energy of forgiveness, release our attachments to the anger, to the injustices, to the grief, to the hurts, to the wounds, to all that's been projected upon us, for the ill intent. So just offer it up as an invitation or as a question. But that's going to be the question for the end of March. Can we forgive? I have these Takashi cards. We got respect as well. It's very similar energy to that. A sense of reverence surrounding your being creates flow with every thought or action. Pay particular attention to yourself, your clothes, your stance, your charisma. Allow the inner pride, your inner pride of self, to quietly shine. Honor yourself, respect the needs of others, and whatever needs to be achieved can be done with dignity. So honoring, self-honoring and respect, respecting others, respecting where we're all at. We're all very different parts of the journey. And just that recognition that we're not all walking the same path. Well, kind of, just all at different stages of it. So respect, self-honoring, forgiveness. Sending love. And yeah, just stay in your center, be in your center, be the love that's needed in this world, be the love that shines. And of course, feed and loop that love. I've got the ang dropping into my mind. Feed and loop that love back into yourself, because we need to fill our own cups and be the chalice to then receive this beautiful stream of divine love light, allowing that to move through and just shifting and clearing anything that is residue attached to that old matrix energy that is currently dissolving. All right, love for now. See you next time.